Hello, hi. My name is Valerie Coleman, and my husband's name
Richard Coleman.
is Richard Coleman. Yes, we're going to tell you a little about what we're trying to do. Our little boys have Micah Lee Scott Coleman and Richard and Michael Lee Scott Coleman have been abused by the DCFS office. I've been trying to make complaints for about a year in the city of Los Angeles. I am downtown. I thought I ran across some newscasters, but they're doing something else. They're doing an interview, and I think the whole city and they kept telling me that the state took my kids, and I'm making this for a YouTube and a couple of other things. My children are being abused. I got a 3-month-old who was dropped on the floor by a DCFS social worker named Yolanda Cross. Her supervisors and everybody tried to set us up at the hospital, because we went to a hospital called Martin Luther King, and they would not let the social worker come up to the baby because she hurt him worse than she said she did. And now she's back at work around my kids. The workers that hurt my children are there, and they're acting like it's no hope, but I don't believe that. This is their mom, that's going to go put this on YouTube and different places. They need help. If there's any lawyers out there, if there's any investigators, I went to the police station. They filed a report. They probably didn't want to, but they did it anyways. And I went there and they lied to me. I had to go back to speak to somebody else that gave me a number to complain about the social workers. But they told me that a Martinez was on the case, and that Detective Ayala was on the case. And this Martinez, it was on vacation, so how could he work on the case for the baby? So they're just gonna let the DCFS office attack 2 little kids. My son Micah is 3 months old. The social worker dropped him on the concrete, and she let 15 minutes go into our visit before she even said anything. But she wasn't consoling him or nothing. It's not just the foster home. I don't care whether I get my kids back or not. These babies are being abused, and I'm a mom who cares. And I have been dealing with CPS for 3 years. They're using the fact that I had a case, but that thing is old. I'm the one. They forced me to take a 730 evaluation. I'm not crazy. I got proof that I'm not. They're liars, and they're hurting little kids at 8300 South Vermont. And they threatened my husband to leave me, courts and everything, but because we will not give them what they want and separate our family, they decided to attack us. They even admitted, an officer, that they've been keeping tabs on me. They kicked us out of every housing, hotel. You can stay in a hotel better than some of those shelters, because there's a place called Skid Row over here. But anyways, I got a 3-month-old. His name is Micah Lee Scott Coleman, and the boy's name is my older one's name is Michael Lee Scott Coleman. I got other children too. I think I just went to visit my daughter, and I had to leave. She said, "You didn't raise us." She's upset, and I need somebody to help me, because I couldn't raise her, because the departments I've been dealing with them for years, and they don't want to let something go that they've been keeping tabs on me and burning me somehow. They're forcing us to sleep on the street. I need somebody to help me to save my 2 little boys, because I don't know how they're just getting away with this, but I can kind of see with the law not wanting to file a report on a DCFS worker. But my phone number is 702-854-8869. Me and my husband are very hurt about our little babies. Say something, baby.
For a whole year and a half, our children have been abused. Have come up with marks, burn marks, cigarette burn, scrapes and bruises on their heads, everything has happened to our kids. The unimaginable things that's happened to our kids.
All in the care of the DCFS office. And they're trying to put it on us. They gave us a phone number to the social workers, and we're thinking we're talking to the hospital. And so they got it transferred. My baby, my 3-month-old Micah, was in the ICU. She hurt my baby that bad, and they threw him out of the next hospital in 24 hours just to cover for her. So if they die, I'm going to sue the department and everything. But these babies need immediate help right now before they end up dead. For some reason, the police don't want to do their job, so I'm going to have to make a complaint. I do not want to deal with the cops, but unfortunately, they work with the Department of Children's Services, so I need help. I filed the reports. So the next steps is I need help. But I will try to do what I can as their mom. And honey, do you have anything else to say?
DCFS needs to go down. Everybody who has the hand in hurting our kids need to go down and need to be in trouble and need to be accountable, held accountable for their actions.
What he's saying is they're going to get away with murder, and my kids won't be the only one. Children are screaming at that office. They talk to them, they cuss them out. There's no etiquette. There's no their policy. They don't go by the policy. And now the police tell me that I need to call back the very people that just hurt my kids in order for their investigation. There's no investigation. And they send my babies with bruises, marks, scars, and all that stuff. So they do need to be, what he's saying is they need to be looked into immediately. And so this won't be the only videotape that I'm going to send out until we get help for my boys. I'm not going to let the department just kill my kids because my husband won't leave me. And it's a true fact. We go to court and people have come out. His lawyer had told him from the courts that you need to get away from your as far away from your wife as possible. I'm getting attacked even by the courts. I was 7 months pregnant, and a judge named Victor Viramontes told the bailiff to grab my chair just because while I'm pregnant, and because I raised my hand because they were just lying on me and I wanted to say something. Well, a week after that, I got cracked in my chair. There was 2 police officers and 2 CPS vans, and 2 women they told to go away. They know who hurt me and hurt my kids. The law is helping them, and I'm not going to be afraid to say it because they need help. That they would go that far. They tried to hurt me while the same baby that got dropped on the concrete is the same baby I was pregnant with. I had to get an ultrasound, an advanced ultrasound for somebody who gets assaulted, and I went into premature labor. So the cops can crack me, the DCFS can cuss me out. I got social workers telling me that I can't leave till this BITCH's office is open, and I need help because they're going to get away with murder. And I don't think, and this is not just for me, this is for other parents. And so they can try to pull the race card and everything like that. And so I'm asking for help. That phone number is 702-854-8869. Thank you for your time. You could call that number and we will answer. If we get the message, we'll call you back because my babies need immediate attention, and it looks like they're just going to try to pacify everything that they've done, and they could just hurt your kids, snatching kids left and right. This was not just for me. I'm praying for the families out there that are sitting up, getting their children are being abused in the foster system. It's not right. And I asked the foster mother, will she bring, it's been a year. She never brought my child to court. When my little son, they placed my little son in her care also. I asked her, could she bring him to court? When I talked to her, she said I had other obligations to do. She only called me because she's trying to cover for herself, because she's been abusing my children as well. And so, like I said, that they need immediate attention. If there's a lawyer, an investigator, because the investigators at the police station don't want to investigate and file nothing on the CPS. It was pulling. I had to sit for about an hour. And before the police would come out to make a report about this social worker, I would not leave the hospital without them making a report on this social worker. And they're trying to cover up for this lady named Yolanda Cross. But it's not just her. The other ones have been hurting my son. There's been cigarette burns, like my husband said, and everything. So I'd really appreciate it if somebody contact me back. Thank you, and have a blessed day.